Chris Hall here with Raised Landscaping, and this video gonna be a little different, guys. It ain't gonna be no music. It's just gonna be you and I face to face, a little heart to heart conversation. So I'm gonna jump straight into it. One of my buddies at the gym, I actually met him through this YouTube journey, and we talk business a lot, and he introduced this book to me. It's called The E-Myth. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it or not, but if you have a chance, pick it up. I actually got mine from the library. The local library have it. But if you can't get it from there, then check out Amazon. I'm sure it's on Amazon. But this is something that you really want to have in your personal collection for books and to read and reread again, because it's vital information in this thing, guys. The title of it is The E-Myth. The entrepreneur myth. That's what it is, and that's kind of what I want to talk about in this video. Is running a lawn care business easy, or is having a business period easy? And I'm gonna be the first to tell you, owning a business is not easy. We're gonna stick to lawn care. Owning a lawn care business is not easy. A lot of my friends or people I associate myself with, they say, "Oh man, you got the good life. You own your own business. You make your own schedule." Man, I'm telling you right now, all of that is BS.
This is a load of barnacles.
You don't make your own schedule, and you don't really own anything. For anything, your clients own you if you're doing it the right way. I have 50 plus people that I have to answer to. If something is not right, I have to answer to them. I have to tell them, how can we fix it, or how can we do a better job? If something is wrong, they are gonna come to me. These are problems that I have to take care of. Somebody on a bike. These are problems that I have to take care of on a daily basis. So you're not working for yourself. You're working for X amount of clients that you have. That's who you have to answer to. And it's not easy, because it's been times where it's late at night and a client might complain. A couple weeks ago, guys, one of my clients, it's a weekly, he told me his AC unit was damaged. Over $300 worth of damage is what was caused to the AC unit. And how it happened, I have no idea. For this particular property, it's very rare that I touch a weed eater. I'm usually mowing and I have my guy doing the weed eating. So I don't know what happened to it, you know what I'm saying? But that's something I had to answer to him on. We had to work something out when it come to fixing that AC unit, you know. He mentioned that maybe it was vandalism within the neighborhood possible, but I honestly don't think my guy did it, because this was Kenny. You guys seen Big Kenny in my videos. He's a seasoned guy. I worked with him doing commercial landscaping before, and he kind of has that eye. He knows what to look out for, what to hit, what not to hit, you know what I'm saying? But that's something I still had to answer on, you know what I'm saying? I can't point the finger and say my guy did it, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that, you know what I'm saying? As the business owner, that's not how it should be done, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take responsibility for it, and whatever needs to be done, if it's some money involved that needs to get it fixed, so be it, but I'm gonna take care of it, you know what I'm saying? I can't point the finger at him. So if you think that you have nobody to answer to when you have your own business, that's crazy. That's crazy, because like I said, I have 50 people that I have to answer to right now, 50 plus people that I have to answer to right now, if anything goes wrong, and also when things go right. So that's not true. And you don't make your own schedule, because people want to know what time you're gonna be there. Do you have a time frame? So on estimates, and also jobs too. And I don't like giving a time. I usually say I'll be there either in the morning, or I'll be there in the afternoon, or I even say sometime today. But because it puts too much on you to lock in on a specific time, in my opinion. That's one thing I don't like to do, because then I feel like I'm obligated to stick to that time, if that makes sense. And sometimes that can be tough, because say that your first job takes you longer than you thought, you know what I'm saying? So now you're running late to get to that particular job. So I really don't like using time frames. People want to know times, you know? So these are things that you have to be on top of when it comes to answering to these people. Let's talk about stress too. I mentioned this before. Like, if you can't handle the stress level at 50 clients, how do you think you can handle the stress level at 100? Because at 100 clients, you're gonna have more callbacks. You're gonna have more issues that you're gonna run into, like the AC unit, stuff like that. More possible broken windows, whatever the case may be. As you start going up in numbers, you're gonna run into more problems. That's just how the game go. So stress is another thing. Like, how are you handling the stress? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like another big one, guys, is some type of procedure. It's very important to have some type of procedure in place. You need to have some type of systems in place. This is something I'm going through right now. Kenny, actually, I don't have Kenny with me no more. I have another guy. I know you guys know Dominique. Y'all met Dominique a couple times. And I'm kind of back and forth between this other guy. But Kenny actually moved. So he can work with me on the weekends, but not during the week like he previously was. And that set me back big time. Because when Kenny left, I took a hit, man. I took a hit. Because now I got these guys now that basically don't know anything. And that's where I messed up at, because they should have been trained prior to Kenny leaving, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important. Like, if you're going to do this, have systems in place. So if you go down, the operation can sustain itself, if that makes sense. And that's something that I'm trying to really implement and really get going coming to next season, guys. I need everything systematic, just so it's 10 times easier. And if I'm not there, the show can still go on. Because, like I said, I work with Kenny doing commercial landscaping, so it's too easy working with Kenny. I don't have to say, hey man, I need you to watch out for this, or, you know what I'm saying, well, just keep an eye out on that. He already know. But you bring in the new guy and he don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like this, it needs to be taught. So, or if not, then you'll just stay doing the same thing over and over again, and it's gonna hinder your growth. When you should be moving up, you're gonna stay stagnant, and that's not what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, I don't want to do that. I'm trying to grow my business. So having systems in place is the only way that that's gonna get done. So when I'm not here, stuff can still go the way it's supposed to, if that makes sense. I recommend this book, The E-Myth, right here. I've been reading this book at night, man, and it's really been having me question some things in my business. And when I was talking to the guy, he even mentioned that to me, man. He told me that when he was reading this book, it had him going back to the drawing board. And that's kind of how I am right now. This book, it talks about a technician, an entrepreneur, and a manager. The top 3 positions in the business. The technician is the person who does majority of the work, does all of the work. The technician is your worker bee. That's who goes out there, pedal to the metal, whatever needs to be done, they get it done. When it comes to the mowing, mulching, whatever the case may be. And the manager, of course, the manager is the person who's gonna handle your invoicing, handle your callbacks, possibly marketing, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And then of course the entrepreneur is the one who starts the business. And all 3 of those people have a specific role that they play. That's what this book talks about. And that's why it really had me taking a step back, because right now I'm running all 3 of those roles. And if you're running the technician role, the entrepreneur role, and the manager role, you can only grow it so fast, and it's only so much that you can do before you reach that cap rate, just because you can only do but so much. And that's why I really recommend this book, guys. And for the number breakdown, if I remember correctly, when it comes to your business on percentage wise, I think 10% is the entrepreneur, 70% is the technician. That's the person that's doing the work. And 20% is the position of the manager. So just think about that. 70%, you know, when it comes to lawn care, landscaping, we out there in the field all day. You know what I'm saying? So sometime 8, 10 hours, you know what I'm saying? 8 to 12 hours, we out there getting it. And then when you get off, you still have to worry about invoices. You gotta worry about calling people back. You gotta follow up on this lead and stuff like that. It's only gonna be so much that you can do if you're trying to take on all of those roles. And that's something that I don't want to do, because it's gonna hinder your growth. And that's why I'm saying, guys, like, if you really want to grow this thing, you need to create systems, man, and figure out how you're gonna get people in these places to take care of that stuff. Because it's gonna be tough. Like, even if it comes to, like, my plan, I really want to bring somebody in my family on, but I know that's gonna be tough, man. Like, I mentioned to my aunt before, like, hey, would you be interested in, like, taking my calls, doing the invoices, you know what I'm saying, like, stuff like that, just so it'll take some of the load off of me, and I can focus on other things, on other areas of the business that need more attention, for me to grow, you know what I'm saying, like making sure your books is straight, taxes, all of that stuff. This is stuff that has to be done outside of the cut, and this is what people don't see, you know what I'm saying, but it still falls under that umbrella. And if your stuff is not together, man, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble. So you gotta really focus on that, man, and you have to lock in, because if not, it's gonna be tough. I think it's important to figure out what position best suits you. Some people are completely fine with being a technician, with being the guy that's in the field all the time, getting the jobs done, making sure everything is looking good, making sure that everything meets the client standard as the way it's supposed to, making sure all of the job notes are being met. Then that's fine. And then some people are better off being in that manager position, the ones that's doing sales, making sure all of the invoices are being taken care of. And then you have the entrepreneur, the one who has the initial idea for the business to start it up. But all of these people play different roles, and they don't work well when they have to counteract each other, if that makes sense. The technician shouldn't be doing stuff that the manager is doing. The manager shouldn't be worried about stuff that the entrepreneur has going on. And that's just how it works, if that makes sense. When you read the book, you'll understand more when I say that. But all of these roles play a specific part for a certain reason. In my opinion, lawn care is not easy, but it can be very rewarding. And I love what I do. I like being outside, for one, and it's the transformation for me. I like when you have something that's jacked up and you take it to looking real good, even if that's just cutting a yard that's 12 inches high, and you get it laid to a nice 3.5, 4 inches straight, looking pretty, everything blown off. Or even if you just got a mulch bed that's completely messed up, weeds overgrown, you got shrubs overgrown, and you just take that and you do a total transformation on it, you know. That's why I like landscaping and lawn care. It's the transformation for me. It's satisfying to me. And also when I got that mower going, or I got that weed eater going, that's just my time to just like, you know, it's therapeutic. It's almost like when I'm riding my dirt bike, it seems like nothing else matter at that specific time, at that specific moment. So that's why I chose the business that I did, and I like it. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that if you don't like it and you don't have a drive for it, it ain't gonna work, because the passion ain't gonna be there. So you got to have the passion. I think that's a better way to put it. But systems is very important, guys. And like I said, I recommend this book, The E-Myth. I haven't even finished reading it all the way through, but like I said, this book has kept me up. Last week, I'm talking about a couple nights, man, just for me reading it and doing a whole evaluation on my business. Like, look, frustrated at myself, you know what I'm saying, because I'm not where I need to be. But that's within, you know what I'm saying. That's something that I have to handle. But don't compare yourself to another person's business, because everybody have their own different story. Everybody have their own life. So don't get discouraged. You know, you looking at somebody else's business and like, damn, well, I don't have this equipment, or they got this, they doing this better than me. You can't do that. Everybody, you got to run your race at your own speed, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't take anything from this video, just get systems in place. Get systems in place, so when you get ready to train people, or you get ready to move forward, move up, it's already set in stone on this is how we gonna do it, and this is how it's gonna be done. Just so it's too easy for you and the next guy coming in, you can get him trained up in a week or 2 weeks, and he ready to go and he know everything. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like the guys I get, they don't listen. I don't know what it is. I say right, they go left. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But yeah, just get some type of systems in place, man, and just stay positive. And then I will also say, continue to educate yourself. I'm reading this book and another one too right now, you know, so it's a game, man. You have to keep rolling. it's about to get interesting for me. I just registered for classes that's gonna start in the fall, so I got to get some stuff in the play, man, for real. And I've been trying to lock in some more 12-month contracts too, because you know the season is starting to wind down, and I'm looking for that consistent money. And the 12-month contracts, they're easy, guys. This is something that I could send somebody on. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the truck. This is what you need. Here's the list of what need to be done. Go do it. You know, and it's too easy. It's too easy. It's really not hard, guys. Lawn care, if you do it the right way, it's not hard. And the way I try to develop my business is very simple. Very simple. I don't want to do 100 things. When I first got started, I did want to do 100 things. But now, it's very simple, guys. I stick to mowing, removal, and cleanups. That's it. I used to have a rap sheet of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we still do some of those things, like bush trimmings and stuff like that, but it's very basic lawn care. We'll come cut your grass, we'll maintain your beds, we'll trim the shrubs, and we'll install mulch and pine needles. Simple. I have people for irrigation if somebody asked me, but I probably wouldn't even fool with the job, man. I would probably just subcontract it out to them, have them do it. But I'm not gonna advertise for installing irrigation, because that's not something that I do. That's not something I'm specialized in. Cutting your grass, trimming them shrubs, and laying some mulch, that's what we specialize in. Well, I can do that in my sleep, and when it comes to it, I'll be able to train somebody else to do it in their sleep too. But I'm not trying to pitch 100 different things, building retaining walls, laying stone pavers and stuff. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to do something that I can teach somebody and they can learn in a week and 2 weeks, and they ready to go real quick. And the more I add, the more confusion is gonna be on their part. You know what I mean? So you gotta figure out like where you want your business to go. What goal do you have for your business in the end goal, if that makes sense. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm done talking. It's Sunday evening right now. The sun's starting to set. I gotta get all this equipment fueled up, get ready for tomorrow, do a double check on everything. And I have to write out the list for the route for tomorrow too. It should be a busy day. We're gonna do 8+ yards tomorrow, probably close to 10 for real, something like that. But at least 8, but I'm gonna try to shoot for 10. So we'll see. Stay busy and make sure you guys pray. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe.